It may be the longest year ever, but we've made it to the month of December and it's time to spread some Christmas cheer. So today I'm going to stop and rank the Santa Claus trilogy from the worst to the best. Hi, my name is Sean and I started this channel because I was driving everyone around me crazy talking about movies way too much. If you can relate, you're probably in the right place and consider clicking that subscribe button. With that in mind, go ahead and join me down below in the comment section. Share your ranking of the Santa Claus trilogy. My list isn't the right list, it's just my list and I would love to see yours. And let's get started. In last place, the Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause. So I don't even know where to begin with this dumpster fire. The movie has 4 potentially good storylines going on. The first one, Mrs. Claus is pregnant. Second, Santa has to spend the weekend with his in-laws that don't know he's Santa Claus. Third, Jack Frost is jealous of Santa. Fourth, there's an alternate timeline where Scott Calvin didn't become Santa Claus. But instead of picking 1 or 2 of these plot lines to develop it and tell a compelling story, it just tries to do all 4 of them by mashing them together.
Not a great plan.
When you do that, you end up having 4 subplots competing to be the main plot line. Therefore, the alternate timeline stuff doesn't happen until 2/3 of the way through the movie. It just feels like we're hopping from one subplot to the next. In and of itself, that would put this movie in last place. But beyond that, it's just a joyless slog that spends all of its time on negativity rather than the Christmas spirit.
No way!
Right out of the gate, Santa is ignoring his wife and she's frustrated. His in-laws don't like him and think he's a bad dude. In the alternate timeline, he's a selfish deadbeat that's responsible for his ex-wife getting divorced again.
What a story, Mark.
Santa Claus may be the lead, but there is no Christmas joy here. Just a tired franchise that wastes all of its good ideas. Our runner-up, The Santa Claus 2, a decent sequel that reverses the formula. In the first movie, a normal guy becomes Santa and goes to the North Pole. In this film, Santa has to leave the North Pole and starts reversing and turning back into a normal man. In the first movie, it was about a father and son relationship. Here, that's traded in for a romantic relationship with Santa trying to find a Mrs. Claus, and it works well enough on its own terms and has some actually kind of sweet moments inside of it.
I'm Santa Claus.
What?
For me, the romance plotline works a whole lot better than the evil toy copy of Santa that turns into a dictator plotline. The first movie didn't need a villain that had to be conquered, and I don't think that this movie did either. The romantic ticking clock, as well as the need to deliver Christmas presents, I think had enough conflict in it that we didn't need to manufacture this thing with the copy of Santa causing trouble. But when it does focus in on that romantic relationship, I bought into their chemistry and there's some nice little moments between them. Just in general, I think the actual thing that holds this one back is that the idea of Santa trying to meet his wife doesn't have nearly the level of intrigue or escapism as that concept of what if a normal guy, what if your dad, ex-husband, co-worker became Santa Claus. There's something intriguing about that, and that's not present in this movie on the same level, but still a nice little Christmas movie. But coming in first place is The Santa Claus, a heartwarming Christmas classic about a man who accidentally kills Santa Claus.
Oh my God!
Then steals the dead man's clothes to become Santa Claus.
You disgust me. How can you live with yourself? You sit on a throne of lies.
And then when he returns home, he's fat-shamed by his coworkers. Everybody thinks he's gone crazy, and his ex-wife uses the court system to make sure that he can't see his son right before the holidays. It's that last part that always gets me in the Christmas mood. As much as some of the specifics of this movie can be rather dark and awkward, the basic premise about a normal guy who's kind of a jerk becoming Santa Claus is inherently interesting and fun. It's one of those what-if scenarios that seems perfect for a Christmas movie. Beyond that, the cast is having a lot of fun here. Of course, the standout and the draw here was Tim Allen. This was him in his prime. He was so good at playing these dad characters at this point in time where he can be likable and funny while still being selfish at the same time. And then when he becomes Santa Claus, he plays jolly well and he goes for it. Beyond that, seeing Judge Reinhold show up as Neil, the dynamic between the two dudes in this one, I thought was a lot of fun, especially when you have kind of this mean-spirited Tim Allen picking on Neil. Makes me laugh every single time.
You got more important things to worry about, you know? Like where are you going to get more sweaters after the circus pulls out of town?
And finally, I think the reason it can get away with some of the darker aspects of the plot is that built into it is this journey for people to believe in him as Santa Claus and overcoming their cynicism. The world is supposed to be a darker place than the Santa Claus North Pole aspects, and it has that contrast. And when we're doing the Santa stuff, it's all about Christmas cheer. And so while this one is a weird concept that if you nitpick it, really not the most joyful of Christmas movies, somehow the experience of watching it is very joyful and fun. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out my ranking of the Home Alone movies right over there. I watched and ranked all 5 of them. Yes, all 5, even the direct-to-video ones. If you enjoyed this video, you'll definitely like that one too. Thank you so much for watching, and keep talking movies too much.